Hey there, guys. So this is the reading week 9 video for Physics 2211 again. So this week they actually had a lot of videos. I think we started on 15, ended around 58, so 9 total videos if I was correct. So in these videos, some of the main topics we learned about were spring potential energy, which is the new big topic that we were going to be focusing on. We also had a video with like an example problem, like analyzing this down. We talked about rope physics. We also talked about power, path independence, as well as like potential energy gradients. I have there are a couple other ones forgetting. Dissipation. Dissipation was another one, as well as thermal energy and thermal energy transfer. So these were the main ideas for this week's videos. So now, in these videos, any like past knowledge that I learned, I kind of heard of dissipative forces before. So it was kind of talking about how like friction and drag. So like an example that was given was when you push a box across a table, the friction is acting as the dissipative force, which means it is slowing down the box to a stop, which then causes the force like that you initially pushed on the box to dissipate. So that's kind of where that idea comes from, what that means. Now, stuff that's going to be new. Actually, one more reference. I think thermal energy, not thermal energy as itself, but just some of the formulas that I saw in the videos, such as like energy, the change in delta E is equal to Q plus W. So we've seen that equation a couple times, as well as just following up SI units. Now introducing Kelvin again, which is all review. But now, also on that topic, this is going to be new, being able to calculate the problems and types of problems that go along with thermal energy. So some of the stuff that's going to be new as well is spring potential energy. So I kind of noticed in the video, point that really stood out to me was that they gave me like this little graph. It was like a energy axis, was on the Y, like very, very top of the Y axis and stuff, and it was involving US and KT, K sub T and U sub S. So they're kind of like inversely proportional. So as K sub T increased, moving up on the arc, U sub S was decreasing, moving down on the arc, and vice versa. Then they swapped spots to almost make like a little candy shape, old-fashioned candy. So that was one of the points that kind of stood out to me, that I was like, okay, this is new, but I feel like I kind of understand it. A lot of the formulas and calculations that we need, they're all going to have to be learned just through various videos. YouTube very helpful. Maybe a couple friends, but also the edX videos. If you just watch those a couple times, you can kind of get through those equations, and eventually they're going to become easier. Now in video 52, this is a very helpful video. This is like a video that basically explains how to write the coding out for the lab. So in case you're having trouble with the coding, you can just go to video 52, which is what I'll do for myself. Coding is one of the portions that we've already learned, so that's a little bit of a review, but it's always nice when they're introducing new formulas and new topics to have that to reference to. So if you need a reference video, video 52 is perfect. So now going along with that, like I say in all my other videos, coding is a huge part. For me, it's going to be a big part of my major. So this is something that having these videos to reference to are super helpful for me, because it breaks it down, explains what's going on, and then I can implement it myself when I then do the lab and the lab draft. So that's a big part for me. It's it's difficult, sure, yes. It's interesting, yes, as well as it's necessary for me. That's also yes. So it's something that I need to focus on myself. It may not be the same for you, but for me, that's where I need to focus. Also, given the fact that like the power videos, thermal energy calculations, spring potential energy, they all have difficult calculations. That's an area I need to focus on, as well as going outside sources, even more so to then practice, because practice makes perfect. So yeah, that's basically a lot of new topics this week, but they all kind of relate to each other. Well, just like part 1, part 2 videos. So really main ideas like rope physics, power, thermal energy, spring potential, energy. So that's what we're going to be focusing on for this next coming week. And that's all I have.